Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, in the last episode of the Money Wheel, I covered how you should have an accountability journal and keep track of everything that goes on day to day. And what you're doing here is creating another source of income if you build a huge business and you want to coach other people how to do the same thing. Outside of that, I want you to think of this. Also in your accountability journal, when something goes bad, I want you to keep track of it. And I want you to be honest with yourself. How long did you let it stop you? Here's the problem I run into coaching a lot of people. When they start out with an online business, they already have a job. So if they don't do necessarily the day-to-day activities to build their online business, not much happens because their job is paying their bills. Now, if you're somebody that is fully self-employed and you're counting on business income to make it, you run your life a little different. But what I've found with a lot of people, when something gets them down, let's say you run some ads or try to sell some products online, and it doesn't quite go the way you thought it should go right out of the gate, you end up depressed. And all of a sudden, a week goes by, and then 2 weeks. And next thing you know, it's in the back of your mind, and your $1 million roadmap is forgotten, and all your goals that go along with it. There's a reason that earlier in the podcast, we had you build a dream board. I need you to stay focused on the end result. We're all going to run into some challenges through life that we have no control over. What I need you to be able to do is get through those challenges as quick as you can. And one of the easiest ways that I've been able to hold myself accountable to all that stuff is to keep track of it in a journal. Because then I can look back, and even though whatever's happened may upset me or it may have changed things or whatever's happened, I'm still able to move forward because I know what I'm going after. You're going through temporary struggles for long-term gain. This is just something to help you stay on track. That's all I have for this episode of the Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.